Well, here we are, finally in Sweden, and uh, I don't even know what to say. I feel very strange. You know, the last time I was recording a video, I was like in the middle of recording, and Danny called me, and the the video I just couldn't finish it, and it was gonna be a nice one. Like that was like a video I was doing, reflecting, and then I don't know. Uh, I just didn't finish it, and I also wanted to record one when I arrived and everything. Do a little like vlog, but I just didn't as well. Uh, and today I want to talk about myself and how I feel with life. I don't know if it's because you could say I made it, you know. This is what I've been wanting to do for my whole life. Moving to another country and in Europe for work after finishing university. But it just feels like there's, of course, more steps to come and everything, but it feels strange. It feels strange to say goodbye to your life, you know, the life you had. The other times I left for exchanges, um, I knew I was gonna go back eventually, but this time it's more permanent. I just signed an agreement for my apartment. This apartment is like a temporary one provided by the company, but it's very strange to know that I'm going to stay here for, I was gonna say a few years, but I mean like several years, because a few could be like 3, maybe it's more, you know. It's very, very likely. And I feel very strange, you know. It's like I'm out there by myself. Everything is my responsibility now because it's just me, and it feels weird. And I feel like I have not been in touch with myself lately, and that's something I wanted to talk about. And I think it's also reflected by the fact that I haven't recorded any videos. I know sometimes there's big gaps, but I feel like in general I haven't been in touch with my soul, you know. And I've really let myself go. Um I mean, I haven't gained more weight, but I haven't lost any weight. I mean, maybe I have gained like 1 kilo, but uh, I'm really not happy with that. I'm really ashamed with myself, you know. I'm not ashamed, like, how do you say, like, uh, I don't know. I'm not ashamed for like other people to see me. I don't care about my like the people's perception of me, but I care about my own perception of myself and the promises I had made to myself, because ever since like a long time ago, I've known that supposedly, I mean, maybe there's variations and everything, but I read once that when you are 25, you're at your peak when it comes to physical prowess. Prowess. Damn, that's the first time. I really don't know how you say a word. It's physical prowess. Prowess. I don't know that word. I don't like to not know words. I think it's prowess. Um, of physical capabilities, athletic, muscle building, testosterone levels. Everything is at the peak, and I don't want to waste that. I want to be a fit person that runs regularly, that goes to the gym all the time, that does so many things, and I just haven't been able to do that. And it's very hard, you know, to because I don't know. I feel like I'm not in touch with myself. That's the thing, and I really want to get back to it. That's why I'm making this video as well, because then I can have more accountability with myself. And yeah, I mean, I feel good about being here in general. Uh, I think it's hard. It's not an excuse at all because there's options. Mauro does it all the time. Home workouts, because the excuse, which is not an excuse, is that to enroll at a gym here, I need to have something called bank ID in Sweden. But for that, you need a personal number, and then you need like a physical ID card and everything. And like you need this bank ID thing for everything in Sweden, especially anything that involves a recurring payment. That's why I still don't have a mobile phone plan, data or like a phone number. Uh, I have to like share internet from my uh, work phone to the normal phone. But what I wanted to get at is that I could still like, even if I can't join a gym yet, I could still do something, and I haven't done it, and I'm really ashamed of that. I'm not doing the things I want to do, I don't feel good when it comes to that. I want to go out for more walks. I want to start reading more because coming to Sweden really signified a change to me. A change of also what my life was going to look like. But I feel like it just looks the same, but with a different coat of paint. And I don't like that. But that's all up to me. Those are all decisions I make every day. I decide every day I'm not gonna eat well. I decide I'm not gonna exercise. I decide I'm not gonna read. Like those are decisions, even if they're not direct. And I feel like they're really affecting me because I keep doing them consistently, or making them consistently. I feel like I have to change something. I just don't know what. And I feel like it's affecting me because my concentration span has gotten really bad. I feel like my memory is deteriorating. I feel like my IQ is almost going down. I know it's not, but it feels like I don't feel as smart as I used to feel, you know? I can't remember things I should remember, and the way I speak has really changed a lot because I used to be a lot more eloquent when it came to speaking, and I know I still have the capabilities and I can do it, but I feel like something's different and I don't like it. I want that to change. That's why I'm making this video and I'm making the decision that that's gonna change, and I'm making that commitment that that's gonna change because it's up to me, and there's so many things that I don't do right, I don't do properly, but there's also a lot of things that I do right, and there's a lot of strengths, really good strengths that I have. I mean, I guess there's a reason I'm here. But yeah, I mean that's when it comes to the part about how I feel about myself, which is the most important part, of course. Um, and it's such an easy decision to make. It's just making those decisions every day about knowing that everything is gonna add up, and you're gonna become a better person. That's the way it has to be. Um, but well, changing topics a little bit, I want to talk about Sweden a little bit. Uh, it's nice. It's very similar to what I remember. It's like I'm making friends, but I feel like I'm not clicking or connecting with people in the same way I used to. And I mean like in Uppsala or other places. I feel like, of course, I've only been here for 1 month. Today's the, I think, 28th of June. So it make essentially tomorrow. It's gonna be 1 month since I've been here. So yeah, it's not a long time to like make bonds or anything, but I feel like it was different when I was in Uppsala, especially in Uppsala or Puebla. And I know that a lot of times you're in a you have circumstances that are very similar. So, you share that you have that in common with other people there, and that makes you more likely to bond quickly with people. And here I came into an established social group and order, and then I have to find a place where I can fit. But I feel like everyone else already has their groups, already has their friends, already has like everything set up, and I'm just an outsider. I feel like an outsider. That's what I wanted to say essentially. I feel like an outsider, and I really want to get like ingrained in some community. I wish that changes quickly. I know it's gonna change eventually, but yeah, it feels weird. Aldo is coming, so that's good. He's gonna study 2 hours away, his master's. So that's gonna be pretty fun. I'm gonna see him all the time, probably like maybe every weekend. I can go one weekend, he comes one weekend, and another one we go somewhere, and then one we stay, like in our respective places, something like that. I mean, it's probably gonna be less frequent than that, but it's good to have someone from home here. I also wanted to say that life is strange, man. I miss Mexico so much. I miss my friends. I miss my parents. I miss Kucha. I miss Tasi. I miss everything, and it's weird because you miss the dynamics. You miss the small things, and I knew that I was gonna miss them, and I was enjoying them so much, but you still miss them. Even if you know you're gonna miss them, but you still miss them, and I miss them a lot. Yeah. It's strange knowing how life just it's so quick, man. Today is Benjamin Revuelta, so that's my dad's friend. It's his birthday, so I'm telling this or saying this because my mom sent a video of my dad giving a speech at his birthday party, and it was so moving. But it's crazy to think that like he's 60 now, and I mean I'm gonna be 60 eventually, and all those stories, all those things, all that accomplishment. Like you can do it, but but not at the same time. But in the end, the only thing that matters is the memories you have and the people you're surrounded by. I don't know why it sounds like I'm gonna cry, but I don't feel like internally like crying, but it just, I don't know, the words are coming out like that. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird how quickly life goes by, how quickly you become someone else, because I feel like, and this is the weird thing, I feel like it was yesterday when I was arriving at Albany with my parents, and I remember that house so well, and I'm mentioning this part of my life because it was a really nice part of my life. It's all been amazing, but I feel like it's a very specific moment that I remember very well and very distinctively because it was so different from everything else. I remember that like it was yesterday, and I know that if you took my consciousness from now and you put it into that kid's body of myself when I was younger, I would be the same, like the same as I was. Because I feel like I'm still that kid inside, And, and now I am that guy, but I'm not. I'm a different person. I'm an adult, which feels weird. You always want to be an adult, but then you're an adult. And they always tell you this when you're a kid, but I had a really good childhood, it was really nice. I've had a really good life in general, and it's hard letting go. I'm very good at doing it, but at the same time, it never stops being hard. You know, every single time you say goodbye, you let go of something, of yourself, you know, of the person you used to be. It's hard. And I feel like, I mean, even though I'm the same person, I'm a different person at the same time, you know, that is different in so many ways to that kid. And I feel like that same thing is about to happen, you know. It's one of those moments when I really become an adult. Because I mean, yeah, whatever. I've been an adult for 7 years now, legally, but I never felt like one. You know, I felt like I'm still a teenager. I still didn't really have a job until I was a trainee. I still feel. I mean, I felt like I was still not independent financially. You know, I depended on my parents. I I mean, that was a different life, and now it's actually changed, and it's weird, and it's like I have to be responsible, and I have to be disciplined, and I must be disciplined, and I will. I sound like a broken record, but that's my main focus now. You know, I want my body, this amazing body that's giving me so much in life, I need to take care of it because I'm not taking good care of it, and that's affecting me, you know, in really bad ways. And maybe now I'm young, but eventually it's gonna be expensive, you know, expensive mentally and physically and financially, of course, but mainly physically. I mean, if I don't change my habits, I'm not gonna live as long as I want to live, you know? Because, I mean, if you're fat, you eat a lot of fat and sugar and stuff. I mean, you're bound to get some heart problems, circulation problems, diabetes with sugar, yeah, carbs. You drink too much, your liver just can't take it anymore, you know. So I have to change those things. You know, I don't feel like I drink too much or like I do eat too much probably, but I feel like I'm not. I have to make small changes that are gonna make big differences, and I have to keep those changes going and being strict with those things. And I will do it, but it's hard. You know, it's very hard to make lasting changes. But I hope I'll be able to make them. I don't just hope, I know that I will be able to make them. It's just strange how it's so much harder than it feels like it's gonna be, you know. But yeah, I mean, that's in general some of the updates I have. I have this beautiful, beautiful book that Danny made. It's amazing. It's probably the best gift anyone's ever given me, and it's just about look, it's got some pictures of me when I was a baby, and then it has some messages from other people that are important in my life, essentially from family and friends and everyone. You know, it's just amazing. Yeah, I wanted to show it. What else was I gonna say? I don't know. I mean, I'm here now. It's hot as hell. I've been sweating the whole day. Right now it's like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. It's still extremely hot. I thought it was gonna get cool, but it hasn't, and I'm suffering. Like I'm dripping sweat. Look at that. I mean, I'm so sweaty right now. I don't like it. I thought I was escaping the heat from Mexico, and It's also here, you know, it's humid. But you know, they say the humidity is the thing that gets you. But yeah, this is a little update I wanted to give. We're coming back, babe. I've done it before. I can do it again. But it's not. This time is not about the physical part, you know, or the aesthetic part of my body. Because of course I wanted to change, but it's about being healthy, about feeling good, you know. I think as you grow, I think that as you grow older, things start becoming more about how you feel, like personally, how you feel, instead of how others feel, and instead of what others think. That's something I will do. I want to be healthy. I want to live a long life, and I will. But I just gotta stay in my lane, you know, when it comes to being healthy. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm probably gonna make more of these soon. I have a lot of projects of things that I want to do, so I gotta keep coming back to make some videos and update myself on the situation.